Well, welcome in, creators. Welcome to Shop Talk, episode 72. Friends, I've had a bit of a light bulb moment, and I hope that you have too. We've been talking an awful lot about community posts or posts. Whether you go with the longer term community posts or the short form 2026 posting, and how posts help to activate the YouTube algorithm and point more viewers towards your long format content and your live streams, or whether you're a person who has always used posts, but you've only had half-hearted results. Well, let's try it this way. Let's just take a look at some key and essential understandings, some takeaways, if you will, as we dive a bit deeper into the land called community posts. It's not that you're doing anything wrong, but today we're going to focus on all of the things that you can do to elevate your posts, to send more signals into the YouTube algorithm about your content. Thank you all for joining me for this episode of Shop Talk. Building posts that actually work, because we're going to put the YouTube strategies in place. Welcome in, creators. Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. If you care to co-host today, hey there, Normie. Normie, how are you, friend? Oh my goodness, that friend Normie's here. That makes me feel so happy. If you do want to co-host today, go ahead and join us on stage. Join me backstage. I'll drop that link one more time. I mean, that chat is hot. It is so pretty with everyone in that chat. Thank you all for joining me for this episode of Shop Talk. We're learning how to build posts in the right way, not just to build posts on our channel, but to do them in the right way, strategically, so that we'll get more views and we'll point the algorithm more in our favor towards our content. That's what we're doing today for Shop Talk. Welcome in, creators. Welcome in. And here we go. We want to start, y'all. There were so many creators. I am super excited because I have seen so many folks leveling up their posts for 2026. What a way to put your muscle into your channel and activating the things that you are learning more about in Shop Talk. Friends, we want to shout out content creator Sandra James, living it. Hey there, friend. She's right there already in the chat, dropping comments as we speak. Y'all, this is a very new creator, and with 151 subscribers, y'all, I am one of those 151 subscribers, and this woman here drops content regularly. She is very consistent about dropping new content, and y'all, she is a survivor in every sense of the word. She is a survivor in every sense of the word. Y'all, get over there, check out her channel. If you like the vibe, subscribe. Did you like that? Get over there. If you like the vibe, subscribe. But friends, I was super impressed with her poll. You know, I love poll posts. If you use a poll for a community post, you increase the likelihood of high engagement on that poll. Sandra saw it. She's living proof of it, because look at the engagement she has. She has a lot of high interest, high user interface, because folks can literally see those numbers grow right before their eyes. High engagement, anytime you use a poll, it is a high performance type of post. And she says, Affirmations are excellent for self-talk when we need it most. Which of these universal affirmations speaks to you most right now? So let's use her post. Which of these affirmations speaks to you most right now in this moment at this time of the afternoon on Tuesday, February 3rd? Are you a one day at a time? Are you a progress, not perfection? Is that your mood right now? Or are you feeling that it's okay to feel your feelings, whatever you're feeling right now? Are you deep in this moment? I am stronger than I think. Drop down in those comments and share your affirmation now. How are you feeling right now? Welcome in, creators. I love it. I love these posts. How you all are activating posts on your channel. And every time you do, it's not just for viewers. Remember, it's for the YouTube supercomputers as well. As for me, it is progress, not perfection. What would you say? Simply Debbie Sue, I agree with you. Simply Debbie Sue says, Sandra James Living It has a great channel. I often meet Simply Debbie Sue right on over there at Sandra James Living It at her channel. Vicky's World of Two Moms is having a one day at a time. I know that's right, friend. I know that's right. Gemini Diva feels the same way. So one day at a time. Yes. And there's our friends, Sandra James, Living It. We are utilizing your post, friend. Y'all don't forget to check out Sandra James Living It. And also a member of Kendi K's group. Friends, we had so many posts all over the place. So I picked out some that help to exemplify. We're going to just be talking about little things that we can do to not only activate viewers towards our content, increase the engagement from viewers and subscribers on our content. What we want to do, the main thing is to activate the algorithm so that they know who you are in the YouTube streets. We want to welcome in some new creators. Okay. Y'all, my internet is acting nutty again. I hope you didn't lose the connection. Okay. I'm going to welcome in, fans. Welcome in. So, friends, let me talk really quickly because I don't want to lose this connection. I've been having internet issues all day. And it's just simply because there's so much ice and stuff melting. The weather is fine. We had a lot of rain come through today, but I don't know. We've had internet issues. I've had internet issues in the house for the last couple of days. So, friends, we want to shout out Blessed to Crochet because she is using a practice that I encourage you to use as a small and new content creator. Y'all, this is a connect and grow space. This is a safe space for small and new content creators to connect, to collaborate, to learn some strategies that will help them to grow their channel to and through full monetization. And so Blessed to Crochet practices that principle very well. What she did was she gave me a mention or a channel shout out because I had been over visiting her channel and she shouted me out. This is something that she does on her channel. So again, her channel as well. She's got a couple of channels, her and her daughter and her mom. And so you all check them out if you've not yet connected with Blessed to Crochet. So thank you for the mention, friend. And y'all, it's a reminder as a new and small content creator, make sure that you are being intentional as a member of the Content Creator Collective and as a small and a new content creator. Some people are givers and some people do nothing but take. People, what you put out into the YouTube streets is exactly what you will get out, what you will get back. It's the principle of sowing and reaping, okay? And so I want you to get so much back, because I want you to put in just as much effort as you get back, when people being intentional on your channel and on your content as well. So always be intentional. Make sure that above all else, your watch time and how long you stay on your other members of the Content Creator Collective, the watch time matters more than anything. I'll say that again. The watch time, minute by minute, matters more than absolutely anything else. Friends, if you go to someone's channel, hit the like button, and are gone within less than 15 seconds, you have in fact hurt their channel. You have done damage to their channel, because the supercomputers picked that up, that you did not stay on the content. The algorithm is reading everything. And these are not people, they are computers. They are looking at your swipes, at your tapping in and your tapping out. Watch time is the biggest engagement that the supercomputer uses. Watch time, how long your watch session is. So friends, if you know you are headed to the grocery store, you got to get in the car right now to go get the kids in the car rider line. Don't tap in. Don't tap in. Wait until you have some time to support other new and small creators, or you are hurting their channel. Even if I still just went in and hit the like button, yes, you are hurting their channel, because you did the big thing. You came in and you didn't buy anything, not even time. You came in and you did not sit down. You didn't spend any money with them. You didn't even sit down. And guess what? Their channels are free. So you can go and stay as long as you like. Friends, you don't know how many times I work full time. And on most days, I come in, I hit the like button, I introduce myself to the chat. Why do you go in and not chat it up as a new and small content creator? No one's going to know that you're there. How are they going to come by and see you on your channel if they don't know you're there? And they won't know you're there if you don't drop into the chat and let them know. But what I don't ever, ever, ever do, not even if I have to go right to a meeting, as soon as I drop into their chat, then that means that my phone is going to have to remain on their content until my meeting is over, because I'm on my other devices, for my Zoom meetings, for my work meetings. There's no reason why that phone can't stay on mute, and I let them get the thing that they need most. The thing that we all need most is watch time. Okay, I'm done. You heard me. I'm done. And don't forget to hit the like button. And friends, when you drop a comment and an emoji. Not all emojis, because then that'll get it. It'll put the spam alerts on. Y'all, these are supercomputers. They are not people. These are supercomputers. So drop a written comment, a word or two, or a sentence. And sometimes, y'all, older folks be knowing, and older folks be using a lot of words too, me included. Hashtag 50 and fabulous. But y'all, when you drop comments plus an emoji, the YouTube supercomputer is looking for that, and they count that as strong engagement signals when you drop both written text and an emoji or two. Not 12 emojis, because it doesn't read that has strong engagement signals. Would it read 12 and 6 emojis at a time as? It reads that as spam. So try not to do that. How long do you have to say not to hurt a channel? As long as you can, but you need to get some minutes out of that thing. I would say about 5 minutes. Yeah, about 5 minutes is probably the least amount of time you want to spend on someone's channel. If you don't have 5 minutes, then you really just don't have time. Come back later when you have time. Yeah, for small and new creators, 5 minutes will get us almost all the way through their long format content. Think about it. All you need to do is give them another couple minutes and you will have watched their whole video. And if you don't have that, it's best just to wait. It really, really, I cannot stress that enough. We're talking about signals here, signals from YouTube algorithm, and it in fact will hurt their channel when you don't stick and stay. So now that you know, I know we're going to do the right thing. We didn't intend to hurt anyone's channel, but the algorithm is reading that as signs that that content is not aligned with viewers. And so it won't continue to send that person's content out. Because if you and 5 other people, y'all, there probably are only 6 people in their chat. We're all new and small creators. So if all of you come in, hit the like button and leave in the first minute, friends, of course that sends bad signals. It's just common sense. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. We want to shout out another content creator, Miss Jazzy, 6070. Look at how she utilized her community post. Look at this community post. She used both text and a compelling image. It's an image for 2026. She's giving her YouTube community, she calls them her YouTube family. She's giving them a happy new year greeting. May this year bring you endless joy, success, and unforgettable memories. Wishing you health, peace, and prosperity. It almost feels like a Christmas card, doesn't it? What a way. Shout out to you, Miss Jazzy. What a way for you to utilize your community post, especially by using a compelling image and combining that with some appropriate text. She says, in part, your unwavering support has been invaluable to me, and I am thankful for your encouragement and kindness throughout these last 11 months. You touch my heart in ways that words cannot describe, and I am truly grateful for all that you've done for me. I have the absolute best YouTube family. Don't you feel all warm and fuzzy? I do too. Thank you, Miss Jazzy. Y'all, if you haven't checked out Miss Jazzy, check her out, please. Miss Jazzy, 6070. We want to welcome in another creator. We want to welcome in Desi. Desi is a musician, and he also deals in secondhand. Desi, drop down in that chat and give us an overview of what you do. He's a reseller of sorts. He does some reselling, and he's pretty good at it, y'all. I like to see Desi when he's up and doing his thing. I love what you guys are telling me. I would never not stay after I click. Thank you all, because it's not just for me, okay? It's for everybody, because we are all small and new content creators. So now that we know, when we know better, we do better. Yeah, so I had it right. Desi does reselling and recycling and refurbishing too. I love that. Those are the options: recycle, refurbish, and resale. I hope you have that on your channel page, right up under your channel profile pic. Those are 3 strong hashtags: refurbish, recycle, resale. Thank you for joining us, Desi. And we want to shout out, y'all, we have a creator that has crossed another milestone. That is why I love every episode of Shop Talk coming to you with a live Q&A for the content creator. 3 live Q&As every week for Shop Talk. It is taking us from initial monetization to full monetization and beyond. And we want to say congratulations to D Boss Bay. Y'all, she has made it to monetization. Y'all, so in the chat and let's just put hashtag and beyond in the chat. And beyond. You know, that's one of our places over here as members of the Content Creator Collective. And if you are here today in those comments, you are in the Content Creator Collective. Absolutely, friend. Absolutely. Look at all these creators. Yes, yes, she has made it to full to monetization. I'm not sure what step of monetization on, but y'all, she has, wow, her number of subscribers has increased tremendously as well. Way to go, D Bossway. Yo, you can do it. You can do it just like D Bossway. You can do it just like Candy K. And all we have to do is work smarter, not harder. We can work together and we can get all of our channels to full monetization and beyond. Y'all, so let me just pop back this one time. Make sure that you check out, hit that bell to be notified. Go on over there to D Bossway. I put her channel up. Her channel handle up at the top there in yellow at D Bossway. Check her out and set your notification to all so that you know what time she will be on live on in your time zone. I look forward to seeing you there. I look forward to seeing you there. I know, congratulations. This is epic. I love this. And she's not the only one we're celebrating today. We got friends right here from the Content Creator Collective who are moving towards monetization. Yeah, I'm still sluggish over here on my system. I spent some time moving things off and up memory. I do think it's a internet problem because of weather and I keep getting notifications that they're working on my internet connectivity in the neighborhood. So yeah. Okay, we want to shout out Crystal's World. Look at this image. Look at this image. And she put a little bit of text at the top. She says, bottoms up. And I could tell that Crystal was having fun with AI. And y'all, I always say, if you're not having fun as a content creator, then you're doing it the wrong way. You're overthinking it, for one thing. Have some fun, y'all. I started my channel at 48 years of age. 48 years of age. I am now 50 years old. And y'all, for me, a person who didn't do any social medias, not even Facebook, for me to start a YouTube channel and is now a fully monetized channel, oh, you better believe I'm having fun. Just learning how to do AI. If you notice on the thumbnail today, I'm using a little avatar, and she's starting to begin to look a little bit more like me, and I'm pretty proud of her. And I'm just having fun in the process. If you'd like to learn some fun things like that and get a feel for what your avatar might look like, I'll be starting some special sessions on that behind the scenes so that you can begin to have more fun with AI as well. She says, Crystal's World says, when life gives you lemons, drink wine. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for remaining locked in. I've had to go to my secondary. Sorry about that, friends. So y'all don't forget to check out Crystal's world. And friends, remember that what Crystal has done, remember that when you are doing posts, when you're doing community posts or posts, they mean the same thing and they do the same thing. And there are several ways to access and create posts via the community post on your smartphone, the word community post, and to go to your community and then drop a post there, or to go through Studio and create a post there. Either way, it is still a post, and it allows up to 5, sometimes a 10 images, but it used to just be 2, but now you can add up to 5. And Crystal has added 2 here, and I'm just showing one of the 2 images that she added to this post. It would really be kind of almost became like a cartoon, if you will. But remember, every time you create a post, it's not just something for your community, your members, your subscribers. It's also for those people who have recently reviewed any of the content on your channel. But more than anything, y'all, it's going to activate the algorithm in your favor. It is going to give the YouTube supercomputers some reminders, some keywords about your new content, or it's going to help to refresh and revive, pull forward some of your older content. And it's going to connect that content, whatever content you're talking about, with recent viewers. I don't create a post that is not related to my content. That's just me. But you decide that that's your choice as a content creator. But because my channel is a lifestyle channel, so it's much easier for me to, every post that I create is connected in some way to my content. And it will help to extend the life of your content, right? Sometimes it feels like our content is dead. I had views on it during the live stream, but not one single kind human has watched it since then. Well, friend, have you watched your own content? You should. As soon as this live stream ends, Kendi K is going to turn on the television so that I can see this stream really large, and I can look for any irregularities and see how things looked from a viewer perspective. How did things sound from a viewer's perspective? Friends, tomorrow, Kendi K, the first thing I'm going to play is some of my content. Yes, Kendi K. That's a pro tip, friends. Kendi K watches all of her content multiple times. Now, there's no use of you watching your content ad nauseum. Not countless times. But friends, you should always re-watch your own live streams, because now you can watch as a viewer and not as the facilitator or the director, the channel owner. There's a difference. Watch now as a viewer, listen in as a viewer. Did you convey the right tone that you wanted to convey? Was it a casual tone or was it a serious tone, depending upon your content? Do you think your viewers had a good time during your live stream? Whatever the case was, you need to watch your own content as a viewer. Be selfish in that way. Spend a lot of time on your own content. Friends, what it does is starts your own algorithm going. You turn the key. When you get in your car at this time of year in the teens, in my part of the country, it's in the teens in the morning time. That's why we had all that snow and ice. There's no way I get in my car on a cold engine. No. I start that engine to running and I let it run before I leave the house. Before I go watch anyone else's channel, I'm watching my own content. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm telling you the strategies that I learned to use, and they were reinforced by what I have read and I see and I now know as a fully monetized YouTube content creator. Now, friends, don't take this personal, but you've tried it your way. Let's try it the way other content creators who are reaching monetization. These are the strategies. These are the strategies. And if it is working your way, why not employ some of these strategies so you can get there faster? That's all I'm trying to say. So the question from Sandra James is, Kendi K, I didn't know it counted when I watch my own content. It doesn't, because the YouTube supercomputers, what they do is they read your computer's IP address, kind of like you have an address where you live with numbers and letters. Well, so does your computer. So does every device that is hooked into your internet from your home, okay, where you live. So, friends, it's for you though. It still will send the signals, but if you're asking, will it count those watch hours? No, it will not. It won't. It'll probably count it maybe once, sometimes twice. But then if you watch things more than that, and I never said watch more than that, I said rewatch your own content, get the algorithm started, get the algorithm warmed up for Kendi K all day, get the algorithm warmed up for Sandra James living it, get the algorithm warmed up for Desi, for Vicky's World 2 Moms, for Gemini Diva 79, for Lala, the High Vibe Coach. That's why we're watching our own content. And we're also watching our own content. Lala called it quality control, making sure that you're putting out a good product, you, on your channel. Yeah, I'm telling you what I did to fully monetize my channel in just 6 months. How long have you been on YouTube? Friends, it's time for us to start something different. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it a different way. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, friends. Let's try it a different way. Friends, one strong community post can outperform 3 uploads. Think about all the content that you have in your phone, because guess what, friends? I'm just like you as a small and new content creator, and I work full-time too. I'm just a part-time content creator. So I have a cell phone full of videos and photos that I want to make into long format content, but I just don't have enough time. If somebody was selling time, I would buy some. So what I do instead, friends, I use community posts to help me to keep my community strong. But more than anything, anytime I put into words things related to my channel and to my content via the community post features, it is activating the algorithm about your channel, helping the algorithm to connect your content with the right viewers who are going to stick and stay and watch your content for longer watch sessions. Y'all, this is so simple. This is so simple. And they're also kind of fun. They're really fun if you make them fun. They're really fun. Yeah. I try to batch these, and you can get them done in the time it takes you to edit one 8-minute video or 10-minute video. You can probably do enough posts for 2 weeks. On every tea bag and every one of my Yogi tea bags, it gives a nice, beautiful quote. I sometimes just take a picture of those, and those become the compelling image for me to make up post about. In fact, those make the best ones. Brooklyn Beauty said, how would I sell? I said, if somebody was selling time, I would sure buy some because that's what I need. I need about 40 more hours. Now, I don't necessarily want to do the work during those 40 hours, but I need about another 40 hours of relaxation. Let me put this cell phone right here because I'm using my cell phone as a hotspot right now. Y'all, let's keep moving. Let's keep rolling along. Y'all are making me laugh. I love that. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for sticking and staying. We want to shout out. Look at these creators and look at these posts. My goodness, these creators, y'all have leveled up. As a content creator collective, let me just say this again. You all have leveled up in 2026. Look at Miss Do It Yourself. I can tell she is on a mission to reach monetization. She made what they call a junk hat. This is a junk hat, and y'all, hers is even better. She literally had a live stream yesterday, early afternoon, and she did her own junk hat. It was a good time. Oh my goodness, it was a great time. I want to do a junk hat. And I was chatting it up with Gemini Diva 79 on a post. And she wants to try that craft too. Y'all check out Miss Do It Yourself. There is her channel handle right there at the top. Friends, so intrigued and was so having a good time over there with Miss Do It Yourself that I said, I'm sharing you out, friend. Friend, I am sharing you out. And that's exactly what I did. I went right underneath her live stream, her video feed, and I found that arrow button pointing to the right. I've got my pink arrow pointed right to it. I hit that button and I clicked on the word post. And then it allowed me to type a few words. And I said, Miss Do It Yourself is up to her DIY, some crafting, and it looks so easy and fun. And guess what? Y'all, it must have worked because she ended up with 343 views. Yep, she ended up with 343 views. And let's talk about why, friends. So it's not that we're not creating posts, but are we using the strategies to ensure that the algorithm knows as much as it can about our content? Are we creating really nice thumbnails that are interesting to viewers, including our subscribers, so that it will stop the scroll and then say, wait a minute, what are they doing over there? What is Miss Do It Yourself doing? She's making junk hats. Y'all, it was super cute. It was super cute. She had 343 views. Have you ever had 343 views on one of your live streams? So think about that, friends. Now, what hashtags should she be using in her? You can use one hashtag in your title, and you can use 3 to 5 or 6 hashtags in your description box. What hashtags should we share with her that she could add to further increase the views and now continue to get continued traffic on the video on demand, on the replay of this live stream? What hashtags could she use? I've been saying the word over and over. I'm going to give her a hashtag. I'm going to give her the hashtag junk hat. Oh. I don't have to give it because Sandra James. Yes. What other hashtags could we give her to use? We want to welcome in Chip Load. Welcome in. Another safe space for small and new creators to connect and to collaborate to grow their channels to and through full monetization. I got connected and Candy K made it to full monetization. I got to initial monetization in July of 2025. And friends, it was not 30 days later. By August 2025, Candy K was a fully monetized channel. Thank you for joining us, Chip Low. Jerry G, welcome in, friend. Okay. Jerry G says he would use hashtag 2026 or hashtag February, for example. Yeah, those could be good. Ooh. Gemini Diva says DIY is a good one. Yes, I was thinking hashtag junk hat, hashtag DIY, and hashtag crafting. Think about if she got 343 views just because she had a great topic, and crafting is where it's at, y'all. It's cold. Baby, it's cold outside, and folks are inside needing something to do with their hands. And so, friends, think about how many more views she can get on the replay by adding some hashtags into the description box. Friends, don't forget to, this is all about learning the strategies that we need to use so that we can activate the algorithm. We need to point those supercomputers towards our long format videos and our live streams. We want to stay in touch with our community, and we want to grow our community. Remember that your community posts are going to your subscribers and to your recent viewers. Anyone who has recently watched any of your content will have access to your posts. Friends, don't forget to create those compelling thumbnails, those crispy, bright, interesting thumbnails. When it is just your face, like Candy K. Wonk, wonk. Look. Would you rather look at this, friends, or would you rather look at this? Tell the truth. Would you rather look at this, or would you rather look at this? Friends, look down at that second row there. Do you see her and her grandbaby playing Connect 4? His name is Russ. Y'all, you got to get over there and see Russ and see Miss Do It Yourself, and let them know that Candy K sent you. Y'all, it's a good time. Y'all, look at the number of views that Miss Do It Yourself got when she had a great, crispy, bright thumbnail versus when she just has her channel pick. Plain Jane. You don't look at hers, look at mine. Plain Jane. What are you talking about, Candy K? What? Does that mean Candy K is not here? You get so many more views every time you take the time and create a thumbnail. And sometimes it's not always possible. You've seen me. Sometimes you'll see my yellow one up there, brown with you. Sometimes you'll see this up there, but I try not to keep it up there long. I want to get to that thumbnail as quickly as possible, because the longer I put it up there, remember, it's not just for viewers to read and see. The supercomputers need to read and see, so that they will know who to send your content out to. The longer they have to find a best audience viewers for your content, the better, because those viewers are likely to stay and watch your content for longer periods of time. Absolutely. I agree with you, Gemini Diva. If this is resonating with you, please hit that like button. It's not that we're not doing it, y'all. We just need to use these strategies in the way that they were intended. We want to congratulate y'all. Here's our other congratulations going forth, and it's going out to Down Home Misty Style. That family has reached monetization. They have reached monetization. Congratulations, Down Home Misty Style. Y'all check out Down Home Misty Style. I put the channel handle there at Down Home Misty Style. It looks like a channel that Candy K would be into. Look at some of those recipes. Old school brownies from your childhood with a twist. Ground beef fried rice. You know, I like a fried rice sometimes too. Ooh, from scratch, fall off the bone pork ribs. Ooh, a day of errands. Yes. Look at all these congratulations going out. Yeah, let's put these up on the screen. Aren't those some beautiful looking brownies? Lala says, "Oh, look at those are some beautiful looking brownies." You're absolutely right, Brooklyn Beauty. The longer you let your shorts, your long format content, your live streams, any of your content, friends, even your posts, the longer you let them marinate in the YouTube supercomputers, the supercomputers get to learn more about you and your channel, and it's going to help you build a community around your content. Brooklyn Beauty, you're doing it right, friend, y'all. Brooklyn Beauty, you've got it, friend. You've got it. You've got what I know now about Brooklyn Beauty is that Brooklyn Beauty has that growth mindset. Thank you, Brooklyn Beauty. Thank you for joining us for this episode of ShopTalk. We are the Content Creator Collective, and we are learning how to build posts that work. We're going to learn those strategies to help the supercomputers to center our content and get us more views. I'm looking for questions. I see lots of questions. Let me get down here to them. If you have questions, go ahead and put a question, a Q, so I can draw my eye to it and make sure you use a question mark at the end. That helps me as well. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for staying locked in, even with a few technical difficulties. We're still getting down here through it. Hope you're getting something out of today's episode of Shop Talk. Can y'all believe it? We're already up to episode 72. Simply Debbie Sue says this about Down Home Misty Style. Misty is a fabulous cook. Clearly. She starves me when I watch. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Simply Debbie Sue, I was watching you this morning in your lovely robe. I think you were fixing your protein shake. You were fixing your protein, and please keep drinking that. We need you strong, and it won't be long, and then you'll be back up to where you were. But I was glad that you took a little break and went over and sat down and had a little chit chat with us at the table. Thank you, Simply Debbie Sue, for just being you. It's hard to believe that I'm just so glad you're here. I'm just so glad you guys. Thank you for being a part of the Content Creator Collective. It is such a pleasure. It is such a pleasure. Lala says I could do better with thumbnails and pinned comments, and in streams and community posts and long form consistency, and so much to do. Then I want you to go back to the affirmation from Sandra James, Living It. You probably just want to take it, Lala, one day at a time. One day at a time. Lala, I did not put a thumbnail on today's episode of Shop Talk until this morning, about 5 a.m. I set the live stream up last night, and then I fell asleep. I'm just being honest. It doesn't always happen like it should, but when it does, my channel keeps growing. My channel keeps growing. I can literally begin to see the wheels of the algorithm start to work in my favor. And the main thing is getting more views, because the more views I get, that should also increase the watch hours. Views do not equal watch hours. Let me say that again. Views do not equal watch hours. Watch hours and watch time are the same thing. Minute by minute, how long every viewer stays on your channel. You can have 1 million views. But if they only stayed 30 seconds or they only stayed 15 seconds long enough to hit the like button, you're not going to have many watch hours. Views and watch hours are not the same. Those are the kind of things we look at in ShopTalk. Ooh, road to 2K. Yes. Absolutely. I'm doing very well, my friend. Welcome in, Crazy Kid 949. Crazy Kid, I hope you saw yourself in the channel parade. We got a channel parade rolling separately. Thank you all for your patience as I add more and more members of the Content Creator Collective. Y'all, it's Mardi Gras, so we're letting the good times roll. You're going to see a channel parade every week, friends. So be watching and make sure that you're checking it out for new content that interests you. New content that interests you. If you have no interest, but y'all, people will be drawn in by your thumbnails, by your channel page. People will say, "Oh my goodness, that looks so nice." Y'all, let me just roll back there. Look at that channel page. Isn't it nice? Isn't that nice? It's gorgeous. It's a place I want to hang out over there on that channel just by looking at the channel page. Look at Crazy Kid. Crazy Kid 949 says, "Hey, Kenny K, I'm over here working and editing, but I want you to know I'm still listening." He's making himself known. He's knocking on the front door. Now folks will know who he is and they can connect with him. He can continue to drop his channel link and continue right on editing and doing what? Letting that watch time on this channel accumulate. Thank you for being a kind human. Crazy Kid 949. Be intentional, friends. Be intentional. Do no harm to anyone else's channel. Do no harm. Friends, here is an example of that strategy loop that we learned this past week, all of last week, and even into this week. It's that strategy loop for maximizing and activating the algorithm using community posts, where before your new long format content premieres or before you have a scheduled live stream, I'm talking about the day before, days before, or at least a few hours before, you start those engines in the supercomputer pointing towards your content. Friends, you got to turn the tap on and you got to let it run for that water to get hot. You have got to put it into, you've got to schedule it. Schedule the post. Get it into the supercomputer. Schedule the post. Schedule the stream. Create a post. And this is called the pre-post. I'm doing a pre-post. Notice my pre-post that I posted early this morning. You should have got it, but somewhere depending on, some people got it as early as 5:30 a.m. And then some people got it at 6:30, 7:30, 8:30 a.m., depending on where they are in this country and throughout the world. But it let you know, hey, we've got ShopTalk coming. Notice I didn't give them a channel link in this first pre-post. Didn't give them a channel link. So Candy K didn't get it in there last night. But Candy K did get it in there early this morning in advance of our early afternoon live stream. Giving you the new schedule for Shop Talk on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, featuring another one of our members of the Content Creator Collective. It's Kyle Vlog, our good buddy Kyle. He's reminding folks to hit that like button when they come in. Thank you for being a kind human. That's why he is that guy. Welcome in, Courtesy. Welcome in, friend. So on the pre-post, I'm also sharing one of the creator habits that we talked about earlier in this series on community posts. And then friends, 10 minutes or so before this live stream started, Candy K dropped that link so that you all could come right on in. I dropped the link so that you all could come right on in, gave you a preview of what that thumbnail was going to look like so you could be looking for it as you came in, and the link is right there at the top. Notice how I put the link in the second line. Okay, you want to make sure that when you create community posts, if you're going to drop a channel link, make sure that there is text above it or in front of it that tells folks what the link is to. This is leading them to Shop Talk episode 72. We're building posts that work, and we're learning the YouTube strategy that goes along with posts and community posts. This is that strategy loop. It's a new strategy loop for many, and I'm happy to share it with you. It's one of the things that helped me to get more views, but most importantly, it helped me to activate the algorithm and point those YouTube supercomputers that are positioned all over this globe towards Candy K all day to help me connect my content with the right audiences. Absolutely, friends. And then after this live stream, there's another post. I can go back in and I can edit the same post where the link is, and I can turn it into a post after the live stream so that viewers will have the link to watch this as a video on demand for the replays. Think about it. When you start a campfire, do you just sit there and let it burn out? Then you'd have to start the fire all over completely. Have you ever done that when you were cooking on the charcoal grill? You let all of the fire go out, and then you had to restart the whole grill. You have to start back from scratch. Friends, don't do it. Put another log on that thing. Put another log on that thing. Go ahead, friend. Put more energy back on that same post and turn it into a post after the live stream ends or after your long format content is made public, the same day or the very next day. Put out another post or edit your last post so that you can get more eyes on your content so that the supercomputer continues to push out that content. It's a setup for you to win, friends. I heard that Crazy Kid 949. Y'all, you have to know the Crazy Kid 949. He does a lot of music reviews and background information on some of the standards and the classics in every genre. And y'all, that's just Crazy Kid 949. Yes, absolutely. Anthony to Real says, Kitty K, I'm in here. See, that's what you got to do, friends. You got to come on in and let folks know who you are so I can put you up on the screen so that folks can connect and collaborate so that we can all grow our channels to and through full monetization. Yes, absolutely. Thank you all for being here. Carter's Eat, y'all. Check out Carter's Eat now. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. Candy K highly recommends Carter's Eat, y'all. She's a huge content creator. How huge? You got to lock into her content. Y'all, don't forget to drop your channel link all throughout this live stream. Y'all, connect with Carter's Eat. Check out her content and see how she became a boss in these YouTube streets. Shout out to Carter's Eat. Thank you and welcome in Brooklyn Beauty TV. Y'all, we got some big creators in the house today. Big as in large creator numbers as far as their numbers of subscribers. So these are the strategies that they are using, and they are certainly the strategies that I use to grow my channel to full monetization in just 6 months, starting with just about 200 subscribers. And all I had was my iPhone 15 Pro Max. Yep. I didn't spend a dime on anything. Oh, I did buy a ring light, $20. And I fully monetized my channel. That's it. That's it. $20 for a ring light. And I fully monetized my channel. Here's the things you should not do. On your post, after your live stream or after you've made your long format video public, don't go back and say, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Well, why not, Candy K? Because then the user, the viewer has nothing else to do. You want them to have what? High interface and high engagement with your content. So it can be a high performing post for you. You need them to talk it up in the comments. You need them to hit the like button. If you're telling them, thank you, you're welcome, then what else do they have to do? Nothing. You got to keep them on your content. High engagement, high interface equals high performance. Okay? We got to keep this as a high performing post and a high performing video, a high performing live stream for you. People, the folks didn't come to Shop Talk. I'll tell you one thing, Candy K is not going to repeat it all in a community post. Oh no, oh no, oh no. No. I have the same philosophy on shorts. Shorts are going to be, if I use them at all, they're going to be extremely short. I'm talking 15 to 20 seconds short. I'm going to give them a teaser, and then they've got to come home all the way back over here and watch the whole thing all the way through. Yeah. Yeah. The video on demand link, the URL link is now, first it was to bring them into the live stream or to bring them to your premiere as it's starting. And now we leave it there so that they can join us for the video on demand, for the replay of that content. We don't want them to miss it. We want to entice them, create interest around our content so that they will watch it on the replay. Focus on the replay experience, not on the did you miss it. Focus on the video on demand, on the replay. Y'all, it's best not to use our best poll. We've already shared earlier in this series that the poll has the highest performance for user experience and user interface. More people will do your posts versus how they interact with any of your other posts. So don't use the polls after your new long format video has gone public or after your live stream. Save that for a new live stream or a new video on demand. Then you can go back and give them a quick screen capture or talk about a funny moment or a compelling moment from the live stream when so-and-so said this, or maybe you have a screen capture from someone dropping a comment in the chat, things like that. That's what you want to do after the live stream. Carter's Eat says she has a, look at what Carter's Eat says, y'all. She is a huge content creator, and we are humbled that you are here with us. Thank you for joining us, Carter's Eat. You know what that tells us about Carter's Eat? It tells us that diva, she's got a growth mindset. Let's drop that in the chat right now. If you've got that same growth mindset, drop that in the chat. And I believe that you must, because you're here. Hashtag growth mindset. And while you're there down in the comments, go ahead and drop your channel link using my keyword sequence. Thank you for joining us, creators. I appreciate you. Kenny K has got lost in the sauce. There we go. There we go. Remember that community posts will activate the algorithm, friends. That's the key reason why we are using community posts, because they're not just for our viewers and our subscribers to read and watch, from our community posts? It's so that the supercomputers can read more about your long format videos and your live streams. Those are the things that matter most, your long format videos and your live streams, because remember, we need those watch hours to help us reach initial monetization and full monetization. And remember that those community posts, those posts go to your subscribers and any recent viewers of your content. They help us to extend and refresh, bring back, put new eyes and new views on our older content and our older playlists. When you have your content in a playlist, folks can watch it in a loop. They can binge watch your content. Friends, it's just that simple. Y'all, this episode of ShopTalk is brought to you by Pound Cake Experts, featuring 50 flavors of gourmet pound cake. Visit Pound Cake Experts on all social medias. Pound Cake Experts delivers to all 50 states, featuring a vegan, gluten, and sugar-free options is poundcakeexperts.com. My favorite flavors, butter, and lemon joy. When you visit Pound Cake Experts, let her know that Kendi K sent you. Ooh, look at Lala. Lala, thank you. Thank you, Lala. Appreciate you. We want to welcome in Kim J. Welcome, creators. Welcome in. Friends, don't forget to check out that Coffee and Conversations. We had a great interview this past Saturday with creator Melinda G TV. She had a wonderful testimony, and she talked about being fired to freedom. Being fired into freedom. If you want to hear more about that, check out Coffee and Conversations featuring Melinda G TV. We want to welcome Mom of Three Boys. We saw you yesterday, Mom of Three Boys. I was watching you last night as I fell asleep. You and your baby boy. Y'all had went to McDonald's. Y'all were slushing around in the snow. Love your hair color, friend. I was watching you, friend. I watched you all the way till I fell asleep. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Shop Talk. Can you believe that, D-Boss Way? D-Boss Way. Y'all, we're going to have to roll it back so D-Boss Way can see her. We can give her kudos for reaching monetization. Yes, you are absolutely. It was a joy. And I needed to get I was in the bed in my jammies. But I said, Lord, I wish I had my billfold, because I need to send that baby some McDonald's money so he had so much joy having his McDonald's. So I wanted to make sure that you had some money to get him another McDonald's, another little treat in February, because he got that one in January. So he needs to get another one in February. Lord, because I don't know why these children have joy at McDonald's, but let them have a little joy every now and then. So you let me know. You let me know, Mama Three, because I didn't have my billfold near me. It wasn't here in my bedroom. So I was gonna send that baby so he could get him another McDonald's. And he did such a great job. And he just did a great job. He brought me joy just to see him. You and him walking, handling your business. It was a great live stream. Great live stream. And I'll tell you, Mama Three, I didn't a problem with the New York sounds. It sounds like the hustle and bustle of New York City. And some city folks and some Southern folks, they enjoy that. It may be annoying for you, but it's not to others. So I wouldn't worry about that at all. I wouldn't worry about that at all. Now, if you are interested in Coffee and a Conversation, that's my interview segment on my channel. I offer 60, 90, and 2-hour interviews. We will talk about that and do an interview that features you and your content best. I love doing Coffee and Conversations because it's an up close and personal with a content creator. And you don't even have to be a content creator. If you do some interesting things out here in the world, if I like it, then I'm going to invite you for Coffee and Conversations. No, it's not too much. It's not too much. Y'all don't forget to set your notifications to all. Y'all give me just one moment. We're going to, and I told you y'all, let this be the lesson here. Don't forget to create your thumbnails. Every time you use thumbnails, it's really going to help you with that content. It's really going to put more views and more eyes, and it helps the supercomputers to activate, turn themselves on to your content. They'll know what your content is about, especially if you put words on the thumbnail. And they'll also know what audience to send your content out to. We got to give this special congratulations to the lady of the hour. It is D Bossway. Congratulations, D Bossway, on your monetization. Y'all, we've had another graduation right here in the Content Creator Collective. Y'all, drop your kudos, drop your congratulations in that chat for D Bossway. And then y'all, don't meet me there. I want you to beat me there this evening as we celebrate D Bossway on her channel. Don't meet me there. Beat me over there this evening. Let's celebrate D Bossway. She is always here with us, as she is today in the Content Creator Collective. Y'all, we can do it. We can do it. We can grow all these channels to and through monetization. Y'all, go ahead. You've got so many kudos earlier in the chat, and we want to make sure that you get some of them. Let me go ahead and drop mine down here too. Congratulations, D Bossway. You have worked so hard. You have worked so hard. And now you're into the music thing. You've created beautiful music for me. And I just see your channels and your expertise as a content creator. You were leveling up in 2025. I saw the shift. The shift happened in 2025. And you're just riding the wave at this point. Yeah, what you put out in the world is exactly what you're getting back. And now you're at monetization because you put out nothing but goodness and kindness into the world. Thank you for being you, D Bossway. Thank you for being you. Look at all of these creators saluting you today. And we're going to join you. I've set my notifications to on, and I'll be right over there with everyone else celebrating you. Kaya Blog says, congratulations. So many. It looks like Kyle Blog is making some milestones as well. And his subscribers, congratulations, Kyle Blog. Congratulations, Kyle. Congratulations, friend. All right, friends, we're gonna come down from this place and let's go out with a graduation song. We're celebrating Down Home Misty Styles and D Bossway. They are our newest graduates who've made it to graduation and beyond. Well, if I can find the music. It's one of them days, y'all. One of those days. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being locked in. This is Kendi K all day. Where is the music? Oh, it's over here. Well, we'll play the graduation song. But this song was created by D Bossway. Thank you, friend. She got that Southern Honda BMW flow. Ain't no stopping when the light don't show. Every smile got a story to say. She's building peace in her own way. The journey, not the race. Every season got its grace. We pray, we stay unapologetically slay. We live, we fight, for good love, we pride. Try everything she does, we